You have such nice music playing in the background.
Oh, thanks. Is it distracting? I can turn it off.
No, it's fine. All right, we're live. All right. Good afternoon, I guess, everybody. So, welcome the beautiful Meghan McNabb here with me. So she is a client of mine, has been a client of mine, and I think a lot of people don't really understand my process, right? Because it's hard to explain often, and I thought it would be cool. We have done a limiting belief release live together, Meg, and so I thought it'd be really cool to have a series where Meg told me she has some stuff she wants to work on, and that we would do it for everybody so that you can see how my process of timeline therapy works. And who knows, we might even pop into some other modalities as we go, depending on what Meg needs. Right?
Sounds good.
Cool. So just briefly, for those of you who don't know, timeline therapy has the belief, and Meg, chime in if I'm leaving anything out, that everything that we're experiencing in the present moment has to do with past events, right? So often we're feeling something in the moment that isn't appropriate as to what specifically is happening now. And it's because your brain is always looking for sameness, right? So it goes back to that first event where you felt that emotion or belief or whatever, and then it pulls it forward into the present where it isn't appropriate. And then every time in the future, another event that's similar happens, it sort of adds a link to that neurological chain. So we're actually we're using the plasticity of your brain and reforming those neural patterns and neural pathways so that now you can make new choices and be in control in the moment. Would you say that sums it up?
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good.
So basically what it does is it gives you back control over your life. And as you'll see, I'm going to know very little as we go through the process of the specific event that Meghan is talking about, and she doesn't have to give me a lot of personal information or anything like that. So, Meg, what do you want to work
on? Well, I know we had talked about something, but now I'm blanking right now.
It was relationships, I think.
Yes, definitely relationships. I think it's like, because I've been having some relationship issues lately, that I don't really feel like I attract the right relationships. Like there's something in me that is like, it's like I feel like I'm like it's okay to manipulate me or something. Like that seems to be what I attract, is people that are trying to manipulate me in some way, or that tends to come out. I also want to stop having relationships where it's like it's charming up front and then within 6 months it's not what it started out like. So I'd like to get rid of attracting narcissists if possible.
And is that a pattern?
Yes. Oh, big time. Every single relationship I have ever been in has some sort of narcissistic tendency, or it turns into a catastrophe by the end of the relationship.
Okay.
There's things that I do in that too. It's not always the guy's fault, but I tend to attract very dominant men that I think that they can like take it, like I don't know if it's like taking advantage of me, or because I'm such a strong person that they're drawn to that, but then they want to control me later, and the relationship falls apart because I'm not someone to try to control a relationship. Okay. And also they end up thinking that I'm controlling them, and I'm like, no, I'm just a dominant, I'm dominant too. So,
or I'm just being normal.
Yeah. Right? I'm just holding you accountable to what you're doing within this relationship, and you don't like it, pretty much.
Right. Okay. So, would you say that as a child you had experience with that same type of person? Or did it start later?
It was definitely straight from childhood. Like my parental relationship is very much like that. Like my mom and my dad are both very dominant, like A-type personalities, and they got divorced when I was 5. So,
Okay, so this is cool. And I do this type of work with clients all the time. So I'll like kind of go aside like Megan and talk to people at the same time. So often what happens when you have a pattern and when people say like, I always attract the wrong partner, right? And the reason I asked about childhood is because if, one of those first relationships that you've seen or experienced or witnessed is that type, like we'll say narcissistic or whatever, then your unconscious mind, which is the part of the brain we work with, gets very comfortable thinking, oh, right, that's what has to go on, right? Unconsciously, right? And then as you live your life, consciously, you can tell yourself a million times that I'm not going to choose this person and blah, blah, blah. And in the beginning, they look different, right? They seem different. But what's happened is your unconscious mind is kind of seeking out that which it is comfortable with.
Right.
Does that make sense? So, your unconscious mind is the driver of the bus, right? Mm-hmm. And you can, tell yourself till you're blue in the face, I'm going to attract someone different. But unconsciously, your brain's like, I'm familiar with this vibe, right? And so those patterns just start to recreate themselves.
Definitely.
Does that resonate?
Oh, yeah. That's what I deal with all the time. It's great. I love it.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, I think, is a relationship chain. That's what I call it. So we always go back to the first event. So I'm going to ask you to go back to the very first event. And then we're going to hop over to different relationships and get learnings above them. So that we can almost like clear the whole chain in one go. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
All right.
I'm like going back and I'm like, what is my first relationship? When did that happen?
So I would say start with parents.
Oh, okay. Start with parents. Okay.
Very first, right? But I mean, let your unconscious go where it needs to go. But if you're thinking of the first event that you experience that type of relationship, that's probably the place. We'll see what happens. All right. And people can type questions in the comments. I might not see them right now because I'm using a different type of software where you have to like kind of register to show your comments. But feel free to post them and I will answer them later if I need to. All right. So Meg, is it all right with your unconscious mind for you to release, let's call it this negative relationship chain today, for you to be aware of it consciously?
Yes, my subconscious is like, yes, please. I can feel my inner child like, get it out, get it out.
Okay, perfect.
Yelling happening in my head right now.
What is the root cause of this problem? The first event, which when disconnected will cause the problem to disappear. If you were to know, is it before, during, or after your birth?
Oh, before came up first.
Was it in the womb or before?
I think in the womb.
Do you know what month the pregnancy? Get a sense?
Like June, July.
So what month, like?
Oh, what month would that be? 6, 7.
Okay. Close your eyes. So I'd like to ask your unconscious mind to float up in the air above your timeline into the past and down into the event, right into position number 4. And that just means that you're looking through your own eyes. When you're there, notice the emotion that's present. Let me know when you're there.
I'm here.
What emotions are present right there in that moment?
Fear. Uncertainty. Anger. But not my anger. Like, it's like I can feel the anger, but it's like not mine. Like I can feel it outside of me.
Right.
Yeah, and frustration.
Yeah. Frustration. Those are the big ones, eh?
Yeah. Like just like a sense of like not knowing what's going on.
Okay. So I'd like to ask you now to float back above your timeline and go to position 3. And that just means that you're before the event looking towards now. Ask your unconscious mind what it needs to learn from the event, the learning of which will allow you to let go of the emotions easily and effortlessly. Your unconscious mind can preserve the learning so that if you need them in the future, they'll be there. So tell me what they are, and these always start with I am or I can.
I am safe.
Good.
I am secure.
Mm-hmm.
I am protected.
Yep.
I want to say I am right.
Okay. What else?
I'm comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like I'm comfortable with not knowing.
Ah, good. Yeah. What else?
I am capable.
Yep.
And I'm independent, which is interesting. And ow! Hitting my knee against my desk. Didn't think that would come up.
Interesting. Yeah. What else?
I am not the problem.
So if you're not the problem, what are you? We're going to keep it in the positive.
I am wanted.
Beautiful.
And then this is weird, but it's in there, so I guess I should say it. I am expensive.
Cool.
I don't know if is that positive or negative?
You tell me, how's it feel?
It feels positive.
Perfect. It's almost like valuable, right? Is it like valuable?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am valuable. Yeah, for sure.
So how are the emotions starting to feel around this event? Are they starting to disappear?
Yeah, like it kind of just seems funny now that this is even happening.
Float down into the event now, looking through your own eyes, and let's double check. How do the emotions feel?
Like I feel like I just want to roll my eyes at it, but it's stupid. Like, why is this happening?
So they're gone.
Yeah, like really, I'm a fetus inside a belly. I have nothing I can do about the situation that's taking place that I can hear outside of me.
Perfect.
Like that's how it feels. Like it's almost like I was like the kid. Like before, I was the kid in the belly trying to like be in the fight, but like I'm not even born yet. So like that's just not even worth it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, cool. So float back up. And I want you to float really high so you can see your whole life on your timeline. And I want you to float to the next relationship we need to go to. Now, this can be parents, it can be men, it can be anything. All I need to know is how old you are.
5.
Okay. So float above that event, nice and high, and go to position 3, above and before the event, looking toward now. Tell me what you're meant to learn here. I am, I can. What do you want to feel here?
I can speak up.
Mm-hmm.
I can say what I want to.
Yes.
I am brave.
Good.
Again, I'm safe.
Yep.
Secure.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm secure.
Mm.
And I'm fearless.
Beautiful.
And I'm in control.
Yeah. Nice.
And then I'm allowed.
Mm-hmm. How do the emotions feel above this event? Do they feel like they disappeared, the negative emotions?
When you asked that, my stomach still turned a little bit.
Okay, so float up really high. What do you need to learn? What's going to take that rolly stomach away?
I think, again, that this was not something that I could control. It wasn't my problem. I just so happened to be nearby and could hear what's happening.
So if it's not your problem and all that, what's the lesson?
It's okay to walk away.
I can walk away.
I can walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I can disconnect myself from the event.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of like it's coming out like I am not responsible for what's happening, but I know that that's like not an I am statement. So I'm like trying to figure out like what that is.
So if you're not responsible for what's happening, what are you responsible for?
Me. I'm responsible for me.
Exactly. Perfect. How's that feel?
Better.
Mm-hmm.
My 5-year-old self is like, but I'm only 5.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
fine. Still responsible for you, even if you're 5 and you feel like these other people in your life are in charge of you. It's not true. You're in charge of yourself. I am in charge of, okay, I get it. I'm in charge of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Even at 5.
Emotionally, for sure, right?
Definitely, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, I don't
Anything
have
else?
to take on this fear. Like, yeah, like it's just not mine to own. Like, I think that's where a lot of this comes from. It's like it's not mine.
So can you give it back?
Yeah.
What's the lesson?
I can't fix other people's problems.
Right. So maybe something like, and reject anything I say, right? If it doesn't resonate.
Yeah.
Is it something like I can give back what doesn't belong to me or something? I can release carrying, you know what I mean? Other people's stuff. I don't know how to word it properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's kind of like I can let go of what's not mine.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. I can only fix what wants to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my eye just got super itchy.
Interesting.
What does that mean? Oh, maybe like I'm seeing it better for the first time or something.
Maybe.
Oh, that was really weird. Like, it's like there's something in it, but there's nothing in it.
Your unconscious mind is doing a weird thing.
Yep, for sure.
How does that feel now, that event?
Again, it's kind of like that silly feeling.
Good. Right. Float down into the event looking through your own eyes. How does it feel? Did the negative emotions disappear?
The sadness disappeared, but now there's like anger.
Okay,
like the
cool.
fear and the sadness part is gone, but now it's like this, like, I don't know if it's even anger or if it's like sometimes anger to me feels like assertion, and that's how it comes off to people is that like I seem angry when I'm really just like ready to like make moves.
Okay. So float up high. Is this an anger that needs to be released, or is it an appropriate type of feeling? Is it empowering?
It's empowering. Yeah, it's like a I feel motivated. Like the 5-year-old version of myself now wants to diffuse the situation, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Like it's not like I think the fear and the sadness that I was holding on to was that I again thought I was the problem. Now I know I'm not the problem, and now I'm kind of like in protective mode, which I don't see as a bad thing.
Perfect. Then it isn't.
Okay.
Perfect. So float up again so you can see your whole life. Take me to the first romantic relationship.
Oh yeah, I'm already there. it was like he said that, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna throw a little like line over there, run into it.
How old were you?
15.
Okay. All right, so float up above that event and go to position 3, above and before the event, looking toward there. Tell me what you need to learn here.
Again, I can only control me.
Yeah.
Like I can only see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I only need to worry about what I can see.
Good.
I can only make decisions on what I know.
Mm-hmm.
I can walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this eye. Ugh, I can let go. I can let go.
Good.
I know I just said that, but it came up again. My eye. I can surrender.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Which is so funny because these are like the lessons that I've been getting so much lately. Like every time I read a tarot card, it's like, let go or surrender. Every time.
Like, yeah, right.
It's like, how much more can I let go? How much more can I surrender? I guess now I'm getting it.
Unconscious mind.
Too many beliefs along the same line. Yeah, I can stand up. I can speak up.
Yeah.
I can hit him if I want to.
Sure.
That one, I'm like, I don't know about that one. I'm not a violent
So
person.
how can you make that positive? It's kind of like standing up for yourself, right?
Yeah, I think that's where it's coming from, is that I can stand up for myself.
Mm-hmm. Good. What else?
I can get anyone I want.
Mm-hmm.
I can be happy alone.
Mm-hmm.
I can be by myself. It's like I'm strongest when I'm with myself, and then it was like I'm strongest when I trust myself.
I love it.
And I just keep seeing, like, you know how when your eyes are closed, like sometimes it's like the light kind of like goes in.
Yeah.
It kind of, to me, it's just like one of those. It's like it's shaped like a heart right now, and it's just like beaming inwards. Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
That's really cool. So tell me how this event feels. The negative emotions disappeared?
Yeah, I kind of feel indifferent.
Perfect. Float down into the event, looking through your own eyes.
Well, there's still stomach pain.
What is that? Fear?
I think it's guilt.
All right, float back up. What's the lesson you need to combat the guilt?
I don't need to torture myself.
I
think it's, again, just that I can walk away.
Right.
I can forgive myself.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Because I think with that one, like, that was the first one that really perpetuated the cycle, like, within myself. Yes, there were older things that were outside of my control, but from here on out, it was all me.
Right. Yes, you always have the choice.
Right. Which is where I need to forgive myself, obviously, because
100%.
I let it go on for way too long. I always let it go on for way too long. Oh, I can stop it at any time.
Mm-hmm. Choice.
As soon as I said that, when I was like, I always let them go on for way too long, my stomach started like killing me.
Mm-hmm. In the past, you let things go on for too long, but now moving forward, we can make new choices, right?
Yes.
It's all lessons. That's all.
Right. Yeah, so in the past, but now I can walk away whenever.
Right. Of course. And you're 15, for God's sake.
Yeah, I didn't know.
We're just glad someone wants to dance with us.
Yeah. That's true. That's very true.
How does that feel now?
Lighter.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't feel as much resentment towards him.
Right. He was also young, right?
Yeah. Still an idiot, but yeah, he was young then.
Yeah.
So actually, I can't even say that I haven't talked to him in like 10 years. So how would I know?
Right. Does it feel like there's more around this event? Or does that feel...
No, that's it. I think that's it. My phone is vibrating. Yeah, he was a pretty big chapter. So I don't know. Like, I think that event is done, but then I'm seeing one that's like a few years in the future, which was also him.
Okay, so float over there. Nice and high. What do you need to release here? Even if it's the same stuff, doesn't matter.
Shame. Definitely shame. And sadness.
What's the lesson? I can.
I can put my family before my relationships.
Mm-hmm, good. What else?
I can put my feelings first.
Yeah.
I can tell when something's stupid.
Mm-hmm. So is it like listening to your gut?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. What else?
I can make the right choices. I can stay even when it's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like not related to the relationship. It's related to like the event that's taking place that I decided to mess up. Like, I don't know why my brain needed to clarify that, but like it's not about staying in the relationship. It's about I don't have to do what the relationship wants me to do over staying where I should be.
Ah, got it. Perfect. What else?
I can prioritize effectively.
Mm-hmm.
That's such like a business thing to say. No wonder that's where this comes from for me so highly, because I always am like, I can prioritize things effectively. Oh, no. Obviously created that need out of that's I can separate my relationship from the rest of my life. I can get through hard times on my own. I don't need a boyfriend to do it for me. I can make myself feel better. And I can heal myself.
Yep. How's that feel now?
Way better. Like I feel more empowered by the situation. I don't feel so like weak and defeated and like I made such a stupid mistake. Like that's always how I felt about this. And now it's more like, again, it wasn't in my control. I didn't know the situation was going to happen exactly how it did. But I do know the one thing I was supposed to do was stay.
Perfect. So that feels better?
Yeah.
Good. Is there anywhere else we need to go? Or do you think that you're good to come back? There's another one. How old are you?
23.
Float above that event. What do you need to release here? I can't.
Guilt, shame, anger, fear. All of them? I guess.
All the things. So tell me how you want to feel. What do you want?
I kind of want to feel content.
Yep. What else?
I want to feel empowered and in control.
Mm-hmm. I'm in control?
Yeah, I am in control. Yeah, again, I'm free to speak my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm free to say, I am free to say how I feel.
Yeah, you are.
I'm okay to get mad when my car is broken.
Mm-hmm. I can express myself.
I can express myself. Yeah. I can walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I can drive away.
You can.
It's like I'm over the chaos.
How does that make you feel?
Relieved.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something like people have brought it up to me before that like there's people that think that I enjoy the drama in my relationships. I don't think I enjoy the drama. I like the attention. And in toxic relationships, the attention can become the only thing that I hold on to or have held on to. So like I don't really know how to say that because I don't want to say like I don't want to say like I'm okay to receive attention. And I don't want to say I don't.
Are there positive ways to get attention? Like nurturing ways, loving ways, not through drama?
I guess I don't know. Like I don't really know. That's good insight. I don't really know how that looks in a relationship. Like,
well, if you were to know, what would you say? Remember that you can create what you want here.
I am heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm safe. I'm empowered. Mm-hmm. I'm supported. I'm respected. I'm attractive. I'm worth keeping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more than a piggy bank.
Okay.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm more than my money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more than my family, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more than the status that I hold.
Right.
I'm more than the material things that are seen on the outside.
So is it like being loved for who you are?
Yeah. I'm loved for who I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it really is with this one. It's like, I don't want to be a golden ticket. Like I'm nobody's golden ticket, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm my own golden ticket. That's it.
Right.
I'm a partner. I'm not a winner.
Exactly. How's that feel?
Better.
Float up high. Actually, float into it. Is there anything left?
I'm over the headaches.
Are you ready to make different choices?
Yes.
Good. Float back up. Does that one feel healed?
Yeah. I've done a lot of work on this one because it was a pretty big pain point. But definitely right now, it doesn't feel painful. Like, again, it's kind of like that. There's still a little bit of anger around the situation, but it's like empowered anger now where it's like propelling me to move forward and really speak my truth and tell my story so that other people don't have to ever deal with what I dealt with.
Right. And I think, something shitty happens to you. It's appropriate to be angry in the moment. What we want to do is make sure we keep it there where it belongs.
Right.
And not pull it into other events. Right. So, I mean, leave the anger there. If it's appropriate, that's okay. Right. You don't want to be a robot. It's fine. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think my brain kind of goes then, like, it's kind of like, I'm okay with leaving the anger there because I know I'm not going to put that onto someone else unless they did the same thing. And then that would just trigger that anger and I would know to walk away. Like, that's how it feels.
Exactly. That's perfect. That's what
this relationship is kind of like that line, like it's the line for me. Like, okay, if you do anything that's like above this line, we can talk about it through it. But if you cross this line, there's no turning back.
And that's just boundaries, right? And this relationship served its purpose, right? It's a lesson. Yeah. That's all.
It helped me set really good boundaries.
Kind of a shitty lesson, but like the best ones are often.
Yeah.
Right?
Very true. Very true.
Is there somewhere we have to go next?
My most recent relationship.
Okay.
Because I think that's the thing that's killing me is like somehow in this last relationship, he got past that boundary line and I didn't realize until now.
Okay. So float up above that relationship. What do you need to learn? I can.
I am strong. I am in control of my own choices. I'm allowed to do what I want. I'm allowed to do what I think is best. I am doing what's best for me.
Good.
I can be alone. I am safe.
Yeah.
I am trustworthy. I'm truthful. I'm honest. I'm transparent. I'm genuine. I'm worthy of love. I'm allowed to let go.
Yes.
And I think the lesson out of it is that I'm free.
Yeah.
Like I'm really free. Like because of the relationship, like I did make the decisions that I needed to be free and stay free.
Perfect. How's that feel? Does it feel better?
like, again, it's like the things that I didn't know were things that I didn't know and were outside of my control. And as much as there were opinions, there was no truth or fact. And now that there's truth and fact and I can see the whole picture, it wasn't my fault. It was just a lesson I needed to learn.
Right.
And an experience I had to go through.
Right. Is there any self-forgiveness you need to do here?
I forgive myself for letting it go as long as it did.
Okay. Good. The next time you can make different choices, right?
Yeah.
How's that feel now? Lighter?
Definitely. Elsa, stop licking.
That's her dog, by the way.
Sorry. Yeah, that's my dog. You just hear her behind me.
I'm used to her saying things like that, but people might be like, who's licking Meghan?
Sorry. True.
Pop down into that event looking through your own eyes. Did the emotions disappear?
Yeah, again, it's like that. It seems to come up as like, it's like this, like, I just want to laugh at the whole situation, but kind of like an angry, empowered laugh. Like, it's almost like, especially in that moment, I was like looking into his eyes and just, and I know that kind of sounds a little bit like vindictive, but it's also just like one of those like, oh, you are just too much kind of laugh.
So that feels better.
Yeah, like it's just, I feel like I know what's coming and I'm just so over the nonsense.
Perfect. So can you let it go?
Yeah.
So I want you now to float way back to the womb event because we're going to come back all the way from there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just make sure it's all cleared out. So float up to position number 3, above and before the event, looking toward now, the little baby in the womb. And you're going to come back to now above your timeline, only as quickly as you can let go of all the emotions here. Oh, like 5 pages, sorry.
Oh,
Only,
wow.
only as quickly as you can let go of all the fear, uncertainty, frustration, anger, shame, guilt, and anything else that came up around those relationships. I want you to assume position 3 with each subsequent event, preserve the learnings, let go of the emotions, and I want you to also put in the belief I can attract the exact right partner for myself.
Okay, before we can do that though, my brain found one more situation. As I was heading backwards, I realized I missed one.
Okay, so do me a favor.
Yes.
Float, clear everything.
Mm-hmm.
As you come back, when you get to that event, if you can't clear through it on your own, let me know and we'll get the learning. Are you frozen?
Yeah, it was when I was in like grade 7 or grade 6. Like it was like not even a real relationship, but
okay.
Obviously something in that exchange. I'm okay to love anybody. Like that's kind of what I needed to learn out of that one. Like it doesn't matter who that person is now or what changes they went through. When I was with them, it felt good at the moment.
So it's like listening to your gut again, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Ugh. Yeah, and seeing people for who they really are. I think that's where this I thing keeps coming from.
Yeah, seeing. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Are you okay to keep coming back?
Yes.
All right. Let me know when you're back, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right.
You're back?
Mm-hmm.
Open your eyes. So for those of you who are just tuning in, Meghan just was coming back down her timeline, releasing the events on her way back.
Yes.
How does that feel? How's your brain feel?
Like lighter, but my brain also still feels like kind of heavy. Like that was a big one. There was a lot that was being held in.
Definitely. Good. Well, that was certainly needed. So what I would say is we're going to let that settle over the week, right?
Yeah.
And then next week we'll come back on and we'll check back in with that stuff. And if that feels good, we'll move on. If you still need, there's a few things that are still popping up around those relationships, we can get those. And then I was thinking that we're going to want to get rid of the belief about that you don't attract the right people.
Perfect. I'm excited.
Yay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on live and allowing yourself to be, vulnerable in front of people and all that kind of stuff. And if anyone has any questions, I know I didn't do a lot of explaining about timeline. I certainly have lots of videos, but if you need me to explain more, I'm happy to do a live explaining timeline therapy. Also, maybe I will anyways next week. And then you'll have a frame of reference for our work.
Perfect. Well, yeah, this was great.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And thanks, guys, for tuning in. And remember to come back next week, Thursday, because we're going to continue on.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
Awesome. All right. So you might want to have a nap after all that.
Yeah, maybe. I'm actually supposed to go live on Wildly Digital right now. So we're going to see how that goes.
You're going to be like all over the place.
We'll see. I'm probably going to. It might be a short one today. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Drink some water. You're good.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.